Oh man, when it comes to fishing the flats, there's nothing I like better than this calm, slick water. Boy, oh boy. Hi, I'm Henry Washuk. Welcome to another episode of Fishing the Flats. This week we're going to be fishing this kind of water over in Mosquito Lagoon with Captain Tom Carver. It's unbelievable. From schooling fish to tailing fish, it doesn't get any better.
Fishing the Flats with host Henry Washuk. Brought to you in part by Mercury Marine. Mercury, #1 on the water. Motor Guide, never stop. Power Pro, make every strike count. And by Shearwater Boats, shallow water excellence.
Come on. Tell these fish what to do.
Big fish.
Look at that.
This week, we take you to the east side of Florida, where you'll get a chance to experience some great fishing on the flats of the famed Mosquito Lagoon. We'll be led on the flats by a native Floridian, Captain Tom Carver. You'll experience the thrill of seeing tailing redfish that are just waiting to give you all the excitement you can handle on light tackle. Host Henry Washuk will be sight casting to schools of these hard-fighting reds on these pristine flats. Truly, one of the most exhilarating types of fishing there is. Our Fish Eye section has lots of great facts and features, and we'll top it all off with another great recipe for, yes, you guessed it, a keeper redfish. Yes, indeed. Skinny water boats and lots of redfish coming your way right here on Fishing the Flats. Coming up, schooling reds and ready to eat.
You're watching Fishing the Flats with host Henry Washuk.
As a part of the 156-mile-long Indian River Lagoon estuary, the Mosquito Lagoon lies within the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge and offers excellent fishing throughout the year. Less than an hour from Orlando, these pristine waters are home to some of the best redfish flats you can find anywhere in the country. Just imagine fishing for a school of redfish exceeding 100 fish. And remember, this fishing is available every month of the year. No question, these fish offer incredible light tackle and fly fishing opportunities for the visiting angler. Along with abundant redfish, hundreds of migratory birds and several endangered animals inhabit the Mosquito Lagoon waters. It's a perfect environment for a great day on the water.
I'm trying to make long casts. There, hopefully the smell will draw them over.
Good fish.
Yeah.
Good fish.
Come on now. I tell you, it's the sound of a sinking reel, but really, there's so many water areas, back little skinny water areas. If you've got a boat like this, that you can enjoy fishing all by yourself with a school of redfish that will just stay, and those fish are yours. There you go, under the boat. That's what you want to do, fight under the boat. Come on out, got a little bigger shoulders on this guy. It's just beautiful back here. Look at this fish.
Henry, look how he's almost kind of silverish.
Yeah, but definitely that tail is pronounced. Look how blue it is. Oh my goodness. All right, there you go.
There's probably 30 or 40, 50 fish just in that one group alone right there.
Yeah, beauty. There we go, another great redfish.
Fish Eye, brought to you by Power Pole, shallow water anchoring systems.
An angler once remarked that hunting slot-sized redfish in skinny water was good bone fishing practice. The Mosquito Lagoon area of Florida is home to some of the largest inshore redfish in the country. The redfish here are resident fish, meaning that they do not travel offshore to spawn like they traditionally do in other parts of the country. The vast majority of Mosquito Lagoon is not influenced by tidal flow either, making the feeding habits of these redfish much less predictable than tidal fisheries. That's why most of the guides love skinny water running skiffs. They want to get to where the fish are. Schools of Mosquito Lagoon redfish exhibit several different behaviors. Fish can be daisy chaining, cruising, finning, crashing finger mullet on the surface, or simply laid up in the water column completely motionless. And that's what you have to figure out because it isn't always that easy. Here in Mosquito Lagoon, redfish can be in a foot of water one day and 6+ feet the next. Fish them here and you can be successful anywhere.
Henry, 12 o'clock, about 30 feet out in front of you.
Right. Okay, I see him. Yep. Good eye.
Oh, good cast, good cast, good cast. Come on, baby.
All these ripples are the fish that are moving back. You can see way out in that glare. Get those fish. Come on, take it, take it.
Fish on.
Okay, there you go. Right, well, you stay right here. Fish is coming at the boat, but we're trying to back this fish out of the school. All right.
Look at this group. Look at the group with him. Oh,
I know.
Geez.
Those fish are just swimming with it. And this isn't a big fish. It's hard to tell, like when you don't have the sun, because you see these reds, and I know a lot of tournament anglers do that. They actually won't cast a certain fish because they're not the size they want. But in this situation, I have no choice because I cannot see at all. All right, come on now. Get this guy to cooperate a bit. Oh, handful of redfish. Hop you out, buddy. There you go. I'll tell you, there's so many redfish like that here. And it's such a great game fish, really is. You know, skinny water, you certainly can't beat it. Watch this guy just take off. Gone.
How can you resist coming out here and catching 20 fish in a 4-hour charter with 2 guys, 2 buddies, 2 clients, whatever it is? It's just, there's no place like it, in my opinion. And that's why I live here, that's why I love it.
Coming up, slick waters and more reds.
You're watching Fishing the Flats with host Henry Waschuk.
The first key in shallow water fishing for redfish is to have a boat that runs and floats skinny. The next item is stealth in your approach. Shutting down the outboard a couple of football fields from the area you want to fish is key. Use your trolling motor to ease into the poling range. Redfish, like many shallow water fish, are sensitive to any noise. Patience and perseverance are the keys to fishing a school or even a tailor or two. Once you're near a school, work slowly and cast to the edges of the moving school. So, if you hook up, you reel your red away from the school itself. They will settle down while you fight your catch, and sure enough, you'll catch another and maybe another just like this.
What we have, you can see all those ripples. That's a mix of mullet and redfish together.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, I tell you, when you get that thump, oh, nothing like it. Shallow water, redfish. Come on, stay here. Yeah, we don't want to spook those fish. Oh man, beautiful. Redfish, nothing like it. Look at this guy. Beautiful.
Shallow water, Mosquito Lagoon. No wonder it's world famous.
Oh, gorgeous. You know what? I think this actually overcast is really helping us too. You know, the fish are still hanging in fairly tight.
I'm not sure they can even see us.
Yep. All right. Yep, bigger fish. Look at that. There's a slabber.
It's just too bad we're not fishing in a tournament today.
Lean fighting machine on this one. Just really lanky fish here. Oh my goodness. Redfish, nothing like it. Let you breathe a bit, buddy.
Global Star Satellite Telephones presents Hank's Tip of the Week.
There's a lot of things you have to remember when you're fishing with shrimp, because it's not always just putting a hook in it and throwing it out and expecting the fish to just come over, because you're dealing with lots of different conditions. One, you're dealing with certain grasses that get hooked up, or you want to make sure that that shrimp can cast far enough, and which way you want to hook it. A lot of people will just take a regular hook and take a shrimp and hook it through the top of the head, right through here behind the head itself, and just make a cast, and that's okay. But the best presentation for the longest cast, the lightest cast that'll hit the water and not spook your fish, is basically from the tail. Now, what you want to do is, because there is a fan in that shrimp tail, like when I do that fan, and what that does is drag backwards. Now, shrimp don't move backwards normally. What they do is they move forward. Only a crayfish will dart backwards. So what you want to do is trim that off. So I trimmed one off with a knife, and here it is, there's nothing there. I take that hook, and what I'm going to do is, you don't need a big hook. Take a look at that size, and all I'm going to do is take the hook and put it through the back like this. If I'm not dealing with grass, that's perfect, because I can just take it through, and I'm telling you what, you let it sit there, twitch it a little bit, let that fish smell it, and it's perfect. Another way is to fish it weedless. So what you want to do is take it the other way, thread it through, there's the hook. I'm going to take that hook, and that's why I like using small hooks. I can turn it back through into the belly and just put it that way, and that's my weedless rig. Nothing to catch up, nothing at all, and that you can fish really well and move it through the grass without a problem. The other rig that I want to show you is basically using a light-headed jig. One like this. You can do the same thing with your rig. Basically, you would use this in a little bit deeper water, or if you want to make longer casts. I tell people, you know, a lot of people are using your regular fluorocarbon on your line, whether it's 15, 20, 25, depending what kind of structure is around, but if it's open water, don't worry about it. You can lighten up to that 15. The other thing is your main line. People are afraid of fishing with 8-pound. I'm telling you, the line is tough. Using like Power Pro and making that cast, you won't believe how far you can cast with just a light action rod and be able to get into target areas where the redfish are. Do those few things, and I'll tell you what, your success will improve. Yeah, I can still see these fish kind of settled down.
They swirled and went right back in that big sand hole.
I always like to pause. This one's a little bit smaller, I think. Let's see. Okay, we'll back out again. And see, what we're doing is, another tip is walk to the back of the boat. You know, because I'm at full tension here with the drag and everything, so I've still gained some line, like the length of the boat, to keep that fish out of the school. Amazing. You know, when they talk about Mosquito Lagoon and they talk about those 50 fish days,
This is it.
This is it. Hey, Mr. Red. Oh, yeah. You tired, my friend? Are you tired? I'll let you go. All right. I'll tell you. Beautiful fish. All right, I love them. Great redfish.
That was a little darker.
Yep. All right, buddy. You should be ready. There he goes.
The thing I love most about this area is, just like you've seen today, redfish up on those flats, up in the shallow, shoal grass, just pushing around. You know, you absolutely get to sight cast these fish all day long. It's very similar to like down in the Keys, but you know, this place is world famous. It's the only place you can do redfish like this anywhere in the world.
Coming up, a classic place to stay.
You're watching Fishing the Flats with host Henry Waschuk.
One of the most talked about and distinguished fishing destinations in the South is Florida's Space Coast, which includes Mosquito Lagoon. The area from Daytona down through New Smyrna Beach provides anglers with some great places to stay, from condo rentals to awesome bed and breakfasts. One of our favorites is the Night Swan on the Intercoastal Waterway. This great place is a spacious 3-story home that still has the charm created back in 1906. There are incredible places to eat, both on and off the water, that will entice your taste buds to some great table fare. There really is nothing missing, except a fish or two on the line.
Oh my goodness.
That was,
What
there you go.
a shot. Oh,
that was
got a
awesome
Mosquito
there.
Lagoon bonefish.
Oh my golly. Oh, he's tangled up here in the line. Ooh,
Oh, man.
Such an adrenaline rush, you can't believe it. You can't beat this beautiful sunset. Look at that. And I'm telling you, these fish tailing, first sun we had all day, but we were basically blind casting and just casting the pushes, and we saw these tails, and I went, oh my God. Unbelievable. Oh,
That's good fish.
yeah.
That's good fish. That's solid 6-7 pound fish there.
Unbelievable. Oh, look at that.
That's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. You know, when you think, it was so awesome. Baby, thank you very much. Let me wipe your face. I tell you, what a fight, everything. You talk about an end of a day, great catch. You know, like I said, you don't have to catch monster fish. You really don't. There he goes.
See his noggin.
Okay, I see him there.
Perfect. Yes, he did. He definitely took it.
Oh yeah. Oh man, it just came and followed it over. Oh.
Is that what they call sight casting?
Oh. Well, I'm telling you, for winter time, getting these tailing fish, but I think it's the time, you know, we got this evening, and this is the first time we've had sun, the water's been calm, and I think you got me in a good spot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And these guys are like just, you know, we got really skinny water. We're talking probably 7 inches here.
Easy.
And the thing is, these fish, they're just dogging it. They're not making the big runs. Oh, now he wants to go under the boat. Come on.
Another good fish.
Yeah, beauty. I tell you. Come on now. All right. Oh, yes, you are a slabber in the weeds. Look at it. You got your weeds on your face. All right. Come on, baby. Oh, well. Here he goes under the boat.
I enjoyed it, Henry.
That was great. Just
Picture perfect way to end the day.
You know, when you think about fishing Mosquito Lagoon, like I said, you might stumble in on some big fish. I'm talking, you know, 20, 30 pounders even. But when you're catching fish like this, one after the other, like we did today, and especially on classic tailing fish, it was great. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. I'm Henry Waschuk. We'll see you next week on another episode of Fishing the Flats.
Next week, we feature a variety of fish and techniques, from bonefish on a fly to tarpon on jigs, and some big cuda too, all from the Zapata Peninsula in the Caribbean.
Closed captioning has been provided to you by King Sailfish Mounts, conserving the future with premium release mounts. Fishing the Flats with host Henry Waschuk was brought to you in part by Mercury Marine, Mercury Optimax ranked. Motor Guide, never stop. Power Pro, make every strike count. And by Shearwater Boats, shallow water excellence.